Um, you asked about, why would, if you like, the world be set up in such a way that you could actually, two different people can see the world in completely different ways. And I think it comes down to ultimately this fundamental choice that each one of us have.
Yes.
To either accept that there is personal responsibility or there is none. And if and the world can facilitate.
And there's no in between.
Well, there is a bit of in between. Sometimes we're saying, well, maybe there is, maybe there's not. I don't know. We're definitely lots of in between, and we're all, frankly, we're all in between.
Yeah.
But it does actually allow the two poles, and it's an individual can be quite happy that they can be oblivious, and if they want to live their life not worrying about any type of ramifications or responsibility other than, well, I do like to make people happy around me, and I do try to not to, kill people and things like that. There's certain codes we may live by, but basically they're not thinking that the world will respond positively or negatively, like
but
that.
Is there another point here, Martin? This is what I was perhaps trying to say earlier, not very well. If, as you say, a person with, let's call it, raised or elevated consciousness is more attuned, I think is the word you used, isn't it, to this cause and effect scenario, right? And because of that raised awareness, the effect is much more arguably instantaneously comes into awareness. I'm not expressing it very well, but that person, recognizes the effect of his cause much more quickly within a shorter time frame.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Once you get to that stage, of course, and let's assume that the awareness extends, because of course there is no such thing as time, the awareness extends not just to the cause but to the effect. In other words, the effect before or even instantaneously with the original cause, right? That's the instant recipe, isn't it, for changing behaviour, all behaviour?
Absolutely. If you can recognise that such and such a behaviour is likely to bring something, or is through the process will, or in some way is going to get that was a bad thing. It's definitely sending out the wrong kind of vibration. However, it comes back. Yeah. And when you get to the point where not worrying how it comes back to you, but actually just worrying that it was wrong and it was a disservice from me to send out that wrong vibration in the first place, then you're kind of going beyond any of the aspects of cause and effect, and you're starting to get into the level of living in the moment and giving love in the moment.
Yes. Because
you're starting to kind of have an attitude of sensitivity, care, and being very conscious of what you're putting out to others and to the world.